What's up, everybody? This is EG1 from Ezra's Garage. Got a new business coming out, EG1 Customs, for your rim refinishing and automotive needs. Will be here for you. I can change headlights, headlight bulbs, tail lights, repaint wheels, refinish wheels, remove curb rash. This is what they look like, the backs of them, before we got started. Yikes. This is what they look like after we put some healing hands on them. Let me know if you'll spend your money on this. Good video for you. Alright, y'all, it's EG1 Ezra's Garage with another good video. I told everybody that I'm starting out a new business. This is my rim refinishing business, EG1 Customs. Link in my bio for the new business. I want y'all to know we're starting out pretty local. May or may not have a link for you, but there'll be a way for you to contact me and get your wheels refinished, repainted. You do a solid for me, you have the wheels off the car like this. I'll work out a deal for you. I even work on wheels that are still on the car. If you have curb rash, we can fix that easily. Beauty of these wheels, none of these are extremely curved up. We're gonna give y'all a quick look at them. They're really just dirty. You know what I'm saying? No significant curb rash on any of them. As you can see, they still got the wheel weights on them, so we're gonna go ahead and take those off before we get started the refinishing process. Just wanted y'all to have a quick look at what they look like before we get started. All right, so what we're looking at here is my refinishing setup. We turned our target practice cardboard into a box. We're gonna basically use this box to paint and prime the wheels. Truly wish I had 3 or 4 boxes to start the process to where like one could be painted, one could be drying, that shit. So this shit is gonna take forever, but you guys will see the process. Some people were saying they completed this whole thing under, $25, $30. We're gonna be doing this the right way, guys. I've already done the backs. I'll cue in photos and video of the backs of the actual rims. I'm not gonna worry about the sides where rubber actually makes mating. As you can see from this side, they're clean pretty much besides the lips. I'm not gonna go crazy cleaning up the lips. But the faces will definitely get masked off, sanded, primed, and painted. We're gonna go ahead and get started by getting the wheel weights off. Don't assume you're done there. Take the rim, flip it over, and look for the wheel weight that's on the back. All right, sometimes it's not the man, it's the tool the man is using. This was not supposed to be a video of me struggling trying to get 10-year-old weights off. The fuck? All right, EG1 Ezra's Garage back at you again. This is the post sanded. Use the palm sander, 320 grit. Got majority of what I wanted off. That flaky gloss finish, that's gone. So get that one speck of dust off it. I wipe these down with a wet rag. They're ready to be primed. I've already taped off, masked off my valve stems, so we're going to go ahead and mask off the rest of the wheel. Ghetto paint booth vibes. Let's show you what we got. It's my ghetto paint booth. I shouldn't have to show you how to mask up wheels. Got all your lips facing. About to shake up my cans and get ready, y'all. Hopefully it'll be done today. Let's see what we got. All right, first coat of primer went down. You can tell I got high and low spots. This is sandable automotive primer. So we're gonna get our opportunity to sand this down. As you can tell, like I said, I got low spots, which we'll cover with a second coat. But the high spots, as you can see, will have to be sanded down. Finna send these over to my cuz. Give her a first look at what they'll look like when they're black. Shit is going through individually. You can see my high spots, low spots, kind of blending. But this is the automotive primer. Been coated 2 times. About to get its first coat of the cheap paint. Then I got something special for y'all. This is gonna be my recommendation on how to do it. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, this shit is crazy. For the most part, it pretty much lays flat. I see on this one, I got way more high spots and low spots. We're gonna swap real quick. Come back over to this one. Want to check my spokes out. Do I have any real runs on my spokes? I think this one's close to ready. The face on it is ready. Yeah, no, it is not. This is not a professional job, but I will say, you know, I just didn't have all the time a pro would have. Like I said, I think this is my worst one with the most high spots. Also, being that I'm pressed for time and rushing, I'm also trying to sand wet primer. So it was never going to come out even. Guys. Mine could come out like Picasso had I been patient. Don't be like me trying to sand primer that's not really dry. And then expecting it to look pretty. And we're just gonna fucking let that dry. We're gonna come back and do another sand session, another good piece of sandpaper when they're actually fucking dry. So they all could look like this one. I'm actually about to find another good piece of sandpaper and start working on now. Just Picasso this one. We'll need a second coat. They all just got a first coat. Dropping this one in for its first coat. Surprisingly, in this can of the cheap stuff, I got more to go. This is not going to be my professional job. I would obviously sand the shit out of this, but I ran out of sandpaper. So we want to see how beautiful it can go, how beautiful it can look with a little bit of help. Just got that one looking better. Every time I look over, I find a new drip. And when the second coat goes on these, they'll look great. So let's keep going. This one's been painted already. I don't see any drip. Oh, this shit's gonna look good. This shit's gonna look good. We are doing a crystal clear enamel. Clear coat over these. They're gonna look good. My trick to this is stay moving. After what I just learned, you can coat a whole wheel quick, fast, and not use a whole lot of paint. Get in those spokes now. I am spraying pretty light. We will be more leisure with the second coat. I want that stuff to go on thick. That's about it on this wheel.
So don't do what I'm doing here, using my finger to kind of move runs and stuff like that. What you really want to do is take your time spraying, or use a better spray application like an air tank, an actual spray can. When you're using spray paint, monitoring the actual flow of paint onto the rims is tough. So you will end up with runs. You can tell the difference between a professionally coated wheel and a spray can wheel.
First coat, done. First coat, done. They might not be sanded perfect, but these bitches gonna shine. These bitches gonna shine. Oh, they might not be sanded down perfect at all, but them bitches gonna be wet. Bitches gonna be wet, I tell you.
Mark my words.
So wet, you ain't even gonna be worried about the imperfections. Cause from a few feet away, they already look like superstars. All right, it's time to get serious. The expensive stuff. Double check what our shot looks like before we get started. Shot looks good.
Excuse my language, but this is a very fucking coachable moment. Read the damn label before you purchase the spray paint. This was the good stuff, allegedly, but it wasn't the color I needed. This was gray, not black. Adding this extra color of graphite metallic caused a chemical reaction in the paint, which kind of made these wheels look metallic. And, you know, if the reaction doesn't happen right, it also makes them look pimply, like bubbly. So definitely make sure you're getting the right stuff.
I like it. It's adding like a texture to it that I wasn't expecting. Graphite metallic. So this is like a gray going over a black. Luckily, I got black to top it off with. We'll go light with this stuff. Here, get the right color. I needed black. Luckily, I still got some black left. And I had some other black just for this reason. But I do like the texture it's providing, so ironically, more coats of paint ain't gonna hurt it. We're stopping here on this wheel. We'll hit all four of them with a very light spray. We know when we're done, they'll be gray. But we want them black. Shit, gray hides the imperfections a little bit better. Hopefully the black going over that will hide the imperfections even more, along with some clear.
Took a second and paused it here so you could see the difference.
So, if you don't have the wheels perfect, guys, something like this may help, because it claims that it's got better performance, fade resistant, no peel promise, adhesion guarantee. So it is coating those wheels. So worst case scenario, the back black fades off. It's got a coat of gray behind it. I don't hate it. Very light with this shit. Not worried about spokes. What's dope about this, it's like filling in areas that had deeper imperfections. You know what I mean? A little overspray on that center. Like I said, light. Don't go heavy with it. Does not benefit you. But they starting to look like I powder coated them. fuck up my shot. I got a little rim factory going on in this bitch. So what it does is help even out all that other shit that was uneven. Or make it less noticeable, I guess. A couple more mils of paint, you won't notice it at all, I guess. Remember, I said light. So one more. That's it. And being that I'm wasting time doing this shit, it's that third coat. No gloss yet. We gotta let this dry to even think about applying gloss. So we gotta come back in an hour. You gotta come back in an hour. All right, y'all, running out of time here. Running out of daylight. Wheels are still wet, but we're gonna clear them anyway. Or at least get started on the shake-up process and show you what we'll be using to clear them. I mean, as far as runs and how they look, I think this is gonna be the best. Hell, if you saw them before I got started on any of this, you would understand. They were not pretty to start with. But I do believe they'll look pretty when we're finished. Hell, they already look good. We're gonna clear them and leave them to dry overnight before we come back and look at them again. We're gonna do 2 quick coats of clear. And I mean quick. Lay it on light.
All right, so my trials and tribulations have warranted me to tell y'all watching this who want to take this on to spray lightly and spray from a distance. Keep 12 inches from the actual object at all times. Make sure the application is, consistent, because if you have inconsistent application, you're going to have inconsistent results. It's very simple.
I think that's gonna lock it in. I think that's what's gonna lock it in. Because it's reacting really well to it being sprayed on. I'm being very light with it. And from the looks of it, it looks like it's layering on top of my fuck ups. So if done right, a lot of the stuff that I was hoping you wouldn't see, you won't see. All right, we're gonna keep the train moving because it's gonna get 2 coats of this.
So if you're a cheap bastard and you only want to give 2 coats to each, you could possibly buy 1 can of each and lightly spray it and do 2 light spray coats of each. I recommend getting 2 cans of each. So that's 2 cans of primer, 2 cans of your color, 2 cans of your clear, and do 3 coats because each of these actually got 3 coats. I didn't show or film everything, but each of these got truly 3 coats of everything. 2 coats of primer. One of the paints was a primer and paint in one, so that's 3 coats. 3 coats of true paint, and then 3 coats of true actual enamel. So the crystal clear enamel did go on wet, and when you see the results, you'll be happy.
Hell yeah. Motherfucker dripping. Boy, 2 coats of this shit.
So I will be doing a full deep clean of my paint booth area. This allows for trash not to get into your paint. When you're kicking up a lot of air, you're going to have dust moving in the air. That dust will then settle in your paint trash getting in your paint is one of the reasons why chemical reactions don't happen the best, or they look bad when they do happen. Keep in mind you're adding paint to a surface that is different. There's a chemical reaction for the bonding of that paint. So just keep all of this in mind, guys. It's a science project. You got to have the best controlled environment to get the best results. And keep in mind, I also already mentioned, if you keep distance and speed when you're stroking your actual strokes of whatever you're applying, if you have consistent application, you're going to have consistent results. It's very simple. Still going through its transformation, I'm guessing. The drying process. But I believe once it dries, we got us something here. So this is that second coat of clear. This is not finished yet, not finished product just yet. So if your memory is good and you remember the photos from the beginning, this is what they originally looked like. Drove out to Timmonsville, South Carolina to go get these. Ugh, this is the backs of them. And this is what the backs of them look like now. Baptize these bad boys. Yes, sir. This is what they look like.